Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to Mexico News Network, to another edition of Breaking News. I am your host Elisa Carballo and we have excellent information for you coming right ahead. But before we start, let me remind you what Mexico News Network is. It's your #1 source of positive, relevant and useful information about Mexico to the entire world. Now we've still got excellent information, but before we start, let me remind you that we are broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma, and to follow us on social networks as well as browsing through our website on www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. Now let's begin with today's main headline stories. American solar energy company SolarCity has decided to step out of its country of origin to begin in a new venture by acquiring Mexican solar installer Ilios, one of Mexico's largest solar project developers. In its 4 years of existence, the company has managed to work with important companies within the corporate and industrial sectors and is also looking to expand into the residential market. Mexico also has several features such as high electricity rates, favorable solar economics, and massive solar resources that increase SolarCity's opportunity of expanding into this country's market. Marco Crapel, Senior Vice President at SolarCity, stated during an interview with Forbes that they believe they have an opportunity to dominate that market in the same way that they dominated the market back in the US. SolarCity sees in Mexico a magnificent opportunity to expand as they are starting to face higher competition back in their home country. Now, according to Fortune, Lyndon Rive, SolarCity's CEO, said that Mexico is seeing increasing demand for its energy as its economy and middle class grow. The acquisition is very much expected to take place this month, and Ilios co-founder and chairman David Arelle, as well as co-founder and chief operating officer Manuel Vegara, will lead the brand new business unit as president and general manager, respectively, of course. All of this stated in an official Ilios communique. In more information, AT&T Incorporated subsidiary Cricket Wireless is actually expanding its international service by including unlimited talk and text to and from Mexico and Canada with no extra charge whatsoever. It's in fact a service that will allow their users to communicate with friends and family while away, just like at home. Cricket users with Smart or Pro plans will be getting this service aside from their usual unlimited mobile-to-mobile and landline calls, texts, pictures, and video messaging from the United States all the way to Mexico as well as Canada. This brand new service will connect those traveling to Canada and Mexico with the US at no additional cost when calling or even texting. Jana Ducic, Chief Marketing Officer at Cricket Wireless, said in a company news release that they are constantly looking for new ways to deliver more value to customers. It does not matter if customers are in the US or in Mexico and soon Canada. All their calls as well as text messages will be included automatically, so their customer can relax, kick back, and enjoy real calling freedom. Cricket is in fact a prepaid wireless service provider that offers nationwide wireless experience with a powerful 4G LTE network with no annual contracts. And in more news, in recent years, the economic circumstances between Mexico and Spain have been in conditions for Mexican investment in several sectors of the Spanish economy. A number of reasons can be identified as to why Mexican investors find in Spain a good country to place their money in. Now, according to Spanish daily El País, Mexicans know the Spanish market very well and have similar ways of doing business, as well as sharing the same language, and probably also have family origins back in Spain. Further to all of this, one of the reasons for this interest is the strength of the US dollar, said Íñigo Calderón, executive at Deutsche Asset and Wealth Management. Mexican investors have the majority of their financial standings in dollars, and the advantage offered by the exchange rate, together with the opportunities that currently exist in Spain, make a compelling combination for this type of investors. Mexico's great and rising need for diversification, seeing Spain as an entry point toward the rest of Europe as an indirect way to invest in Latin America, are only some more reasons for interest in the Iberian country, which are not limited to any particular sector. Quite on the opposite, Mexican investments are covering a wide range of industries, as a matter of fact. Now, some of the industries where Mexicans are investing include the real estate sector, the banking industry, the food sector, transportation, media, and the movie industry. With these investments, Mexico there becomes Spain's first Latin American investor and sixth at a worldwide level, with an amount of 20,456 million euros, which is approximately $22 million, invested in 2014 as foreign direct investment. In more information, the great success story of the multiplex cinema leader of Latin America and fourth in the world, Cinepolis, began with a man's fascination with movies and turned onwards into a business. Over the course of 3 generations, it received the right impulse and innovation, becoming a true empire within the film industry. Cinepolis was in fact born in 1994, but the journey began years before that, when Mr. Enrique Ramirez Miguel founded Organización Ramirez with a single movie theater in Mexico City. By 1973, the multiplex expansion started off and has not stopped ever since. By the month of July 2015, Cinepolis operates over 4,340 cinemas and keeps on growing. In Mexico, Cinepolis is the industry leader with a market participation of 65% and a total of 327 multiplex cinemas in almost 100 cities, all throughout Mexico, of course. Within the industry, the company has implemented innovative concepts, such as the first line of luxury theaters in Mexico named Cinepolis VIP, as well as the 4D experience, online ticket sales, and an online movie rental service called Cinepolis Click. International boundaries are non-existent for the Ramirez family. Since 1999, the company began expanding into South America along with Enrique Ramirez Villalón, the son of Mr. Enrique Ramirez Miguel, as CEO of the company. A few years later, Alejandro Ramirez Magaña, son of Enrique Ramirez Villalón, was asked to return to Mexico and take over the business, as it was very necessary for a new generation to bring fresh insight into the industry. His return to Mexico and leadership skills have been of great influence in the company's leap abroad. In just 1 decade, the Mexican multiplex chain now has presence in 12 countries all around the world, including the United States, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, Chile, Brazil, India, and its newest addition, Spain. Miguel Mier, COO of Cinepolis, said during an interview with Spanish daily El País, Alejandro's return boosted the internationalization effort and provided a little more professionalism and structure in the corporate governance. It is innovative culture, the vision of its leaders, and working model that have brought Cinepolis to the place it occupies today, as the leading Latin American and 4th worldwide leader in the multiplex cinema industry. It's a Mexican company with an important international presence and no plans of backing down anytime soon. On the contrary, it's in fact aiming to reach further for the top. Now please don't go anywhere, stay with us, as we'll be right back with more news and information on, of course, the positive side of Mexico.
Audio Jungle.